Welcome everybody to today's final Lunch and Learn this week. This is today the 20th. Yep, today is the 20th. I'll be your host today, Jared. So I will be answering and taking any questions you may have. I'll answer it to the best of my ability and demonstrate it if it is possible. So go ahead and raise your hands. I can allow you to come off mute and you can go ahead and ask your question. Or we can sit in silence and look longingly in each other's eyes. Oh, we can't look longingly too long because Radley's got a question. Go ahead, Radley. How can I help you?
Hey, Jared. Um, on a form, is there a way to set the focus to a specific control?
Sick focus, specific control. So yeah, let me go ahead. I'm going to drag over my decisions instance. So the answer is, we do have some control over it. Oops, let me just throw my mouse everywhere. We do have some control over it. The part that controls it, let's just log in real quick. Close, and we'll do example project. It is specifically with the tabbing of it. So whatever is tab one, so this is, let's see, focus form test. There is, let me drag over the text box and a button. There's this tab editor that we have here. And whatever is tab one will be the focus of the form as it loads. So if I drag over, let me drag over another one. We'll do another box right here. Oh, I also got to supply this. We'll do data text, and then we'll do data number. Perfect. And then, so because just so we know for testing, I have my tab set to as one to text box. Tab one is set to the text box, and then the button's the second, and the third's the number box. So when I load the form, it's going to show and be focused on that control. Let's see, test focus form. Drag it on over, drag this, pick existing, and then if we just debug this, right, you'll see it now that it's highlighted. And then if I click a tab, it goes to the button, and then it goes to the number box. And if I change this, so if I go to this form, and let's say I make the button tab editor, we're going to say that this is 1 and this is 3, and apply. Now it will focus the number box instead of my button, or instead of the text box, rather. And see, now it's focused on that one. So that's how we can do it. Is there any clarification or other like specific circumstances you're curious about the focus?
Yeah, so I have an active form flow that runs when the user clicks submit. And if
Mm-hmm.
there's errors, I expose a hidden errors tab that has a display all validations control on it. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and when they click that submit, I'd like to, I show them the error, I expose the errors tab, but it doesn't automatically open to the errors tab. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I see what you're saying. So you like put the errors in some location,
Yeah.
and then oh, okay, and then you want to be
And
able to
I have
focus
other
that
use cases.
control.
Like
Yeah.
I have a text field that I use as the folder name, right? So that text field, I have um, a validation on it that it can't control, right? It can't contain the invalid characters for folder name. So if they're way down on the form and they click submit and that field does contain those characters, it'd be nice to take them back to that field. Um,
Mm-hmm. Active form flow test. I'm not sure. I think that might be a feature request. I'm not sure we have any focus controls. There might be
I
focus
I
form
didn't
tests.
find any, but I
Yeah, I don't think there are. Show control, get control. Yeah, I believe that would be a feature request, something that allows you to say, hey, focus in on this control, because that would be helpful, right? You do all your validations. Wow, I can't talk. Validations. And then you say, hey, go focus on that control so that they can have access to it.
yeah.
So, let's see. I know that's invalid. Because I know on the properties here, there's also a go to focus. Where's the let's see. Auto select on focus. Nope, that's not it. Yeah, not too much. I'll write that down and let me make sure. I know I work with the product management team, and I know there is some review over like trying to make forms have a better experience. I'll make sure that I share that with them of having some type of like an autofocus or go-to control
Okay.
so
Awesome.
to
I
allow
appreciate
that.
that, Jared. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. My pleasure. Justin asks, is there a way to load information into a form that gets assigned only when the form is opened instead of have it to be predetermined before it's assigned? Yeah, absolutely. The best way to handle that, Justin, and I'll also allow you to talk if you want to add some more, clarifications, um, to your question. But yes, there is. Essentially, what you can do is instead of, let's say I have a drop-down list, and there's two ways you can populate this form, is you can say, let's make this a list of strings. And we'll say this is a data name, and we'll call this list of text. Text list is what we'll call this. So yes, one could just go ahead and say, hey, let me add a fetch entity step here, right? And say fetch entities. Um, and then once this populates, we can then pass in to the input of the form, the text list. But obviously in your situation, that's not really helpful because you just want it to be on load of the form. And you can do that if you go ahead and instead of utilizing that previous method, you can go to the active form flows. Let's create another one. I'm going to call this populate form drop drop down list. And then, yep, let's edit. And then what I can do is I can then run my fetch entities or whatever, integration step, whatever database query to get the data to populate into that list. So I'll go ahead and just configure this real quick. It's not really well, it's just something to be aware of. It's not necessarily a drawback, but whenever you have a form that's going to call active form flows before the form loads, depending on how large the data is that you're calling, can have you can have a noticeable depending on how large the data is, it can have a performance implication on how long it takes the form to load. So it's just something to be aware of. This paradigm is frequently used in builds. You just have to just be aware of how much data that you'll be pulling from. If you're doing this to populate a drop-down list with the, tens of millions or hundreds of millions of records into a drop-down list, probably not a good idea. It's going to be very slow. But you can use this paradigm for smaller ones. So let's go ahead and configure this. So I got fetch entity step. Let's go ahead. I want to, let's see. I wanted expose. Oh, I know why. Let me go ahead and I thought there was a way I could expose this. You know what? I'm just going to make it simple. We're not going to use the fetch entity step. I'm going to make my life simpler for this demonstration. We're just going to do a create data step. We're just going to do list of emails, list, and I'm just going to say this is Jared at deck.com, Greg at deck.com, Jazz with a Z because we're cool at deck.com. And then I'm going to go ahead and pass it into my form data, combo box, item source. Go ahead and connect it there. And then once we have this and we click OK, now when I run my form, it will automatically populate. And if I created this like an assignment, kind of like your situation is, boom, I'm going to make this an assignments. In session assigned, we'll do assign to admin because that's the user here. The assignment is a constant work to do. Assignment action be a constant. We'll say do it. So now what will happen here is let's say I run this. I think it's this one. I don't remember. Boom. Yep. And what you'll see here is now you'll see those 3, 4. Oh, did it not run the active form flow? Oh, I didn't trigger it. Oops, silly me. This is why you always test before you put in production. So I forgot on my active form flow to say run at startup. That's the key thing. Run at startup. And once I do that, then once the form loads, I believe my data will appear. So let's go ahead and let's create another assignment for me to focus on. Run. I want to fill it out now, and then boom, we got those three things. So that's the thing to remember is if you can do the active form flow route, but just make sure that an active form flow that populates data, make sure that you have the run at startup checked, and you won't make the same error item.
And that works pretty well with data repeaters as well.
Correct. Yep. You can do that with data repeaters as well. On that one, let's walk through that example because that one you'll have to be. It's not really. It's you'll have to think from a different context of the. Actually, no, never mind. Though it's the exact same context. It would work for data repeaters. It's a list of a composite object, and so you create your active form flow like I did, except it's your composite object and you pass it in. Alrighty. Any other questions? All right. I don't see any questions. I'm gonna highlight. Oh, looks like maybe we got one. Is there any limitation to image size on a page? Ooh. The short answer is I don't know. If I were to extrapolate something, image size, it'd probably be the size of the monitor that you have, right? That's what I would think. But um, let's I'm gonna play around with it. What's the use case behind your situation as I kind of
So,
play
so
around?
this isn't Smither. This is Joey. Just
Oh,
when she
sorry.
forwarded, it happened on an earlier call this week. When she forwarded me the invite, and it just seems to they overlay it with her information. I have a
Gotcha.
page, and
Hmm.
like I want to run a flow. I'm running flows from this page, and um, like to have a button to run the flow, I used an image. Now I inserted one image, it was fine, and then I tried to insert another image, and I get an error when trying to save.
Oh.
The error is now I didn't know if this was a setup issue about how our decisions environment has been set up, but if I try and save any value, let me just do it on my screen, I get an error that says just like sorry, let me just try to do this
You're good.
at the
I'm gonna
same
try to make
time.
it up. Yeah, I'll try to make it too because I think I remember vaguely the that issue that you're referring to. Forum, I think it was at forum.decision.com, right? Right decision team. I think that's right. No. Oh, never mind. I
Community.
remember it.
Community.
Oh, it's community. Why do we keep changing it all the time? Community.decisions.com. Yeah, there we go. There we go. We've had three different URLs for it. It was support.decision.com/forum. There was forum. All right, cool. So I just want to look at image. This is also, I'll put this in the chat, a good just generic tool to always utilize as you're troubleshooting or if you have other questions. I'll post that here for everyone and then we'll see what it says. All right, so I'm just gonna go search for image. What do we got for images? Hide action categories, lunch and learn 16. How can I remove? That has nothing to do with image.
Yeah, I get so like when I hit save, I get like the unexpected error and it says like 413 requested entity too large.
Oh, I see. So it's what is the size that you're looking for?
Yeah, and there's
Let's find
nothing
it
like
out.
that. I couldn't see anything immediately on the documentation about that kind of
Mm-hmm.
issue. Like it's a pretty small file. Like, it's under
Mm-hmm.
like
Let's find out. We're gonna say
it's like
uh
85 kilobytes, say like it's not like a huge image, but like yeah, I just can't have I've only got one on there right now. So yeah.
What
interesting.
format is the image in? Is it in PNG, JPEG?
It's a JPEG.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes the image type can have issues with it too, I found. But those are supported. That's why I was asking.
Image, but what's the image? And you upload an image from a file URL where you.
Like from file. Yeah.
Okay,
So
perfect.
like I'm using like our in-house stock images.
Okay, so these are. So what's like the approximate size of one of them?
So like I've got one on there that's like 40 kilobytes. That's the one that's already on there. But then I tried to add another one that was like, well, I've tried to reduce the size of it to try and get it to work. But like I've had it at like 65 kilobytes, like 80 kilobytes. But yeah,
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna go to iconmonster.com. I just want to get some. I just want to download, not a PNG. Let's make it small. And let's make this. Okay, so I need to make it a little bit bigger. Let me make this a little bit bigger. I'm trying to download on the off screen, downloading a file. That's so this has to be huge. Okay, I found it. I got a 10 kilobyte one. Let's try this. Okay, so that looked like it ran, but it was only 10 kilobytes. Where can I make this? Oh, let's see. Let's see how good AI is. Oh, I don't think I can generate an image that quick for it. Let me try. I should have. Let's see. What's this on my file? Oh, perfect. I have an 80 kilobyte one. Image. I knew I had one. All right, let's test this out. So I got one. Now, just to narrow it down, are you using like the run flow control and doing
yeah,
image
then image
button?
button. Yeah,
Okay, perfect. I got you. I just
exactly
want to
what
make
I'm
sure.
doing. Yeah.
Awesome. Let's see. So from file, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna see. So yeah, it looks like it is. Now it's only when you display the dashboard you see the error, or
Don't
even in
want
the
to hit
designer.
save.
When you hit save, I got you. Let's see.
If you added it a couple more times.
Sure. It could be something that's localized
Yeah, so I was
on the
wondering if it was
server
something on our
itself.
build.
Yeah, it could be, or something like maybe the I'm trying to think what could cause that, because what happens in the background, you have the control, you have the image, and we can preview the image. Yeah.
I have a question about it. How long is the file name?
Not super long. It's called like it says like Getty Images and then like a date. Like I mean it's not short, but
Okay, that I don't
like
think that would be causing it. Oh,
20-ish
20?
characters.
No.
Say
No,
20 characters, yeah.
that wouldn't be causing an issue.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, I
You have
can see
a
it when I preview it, I can see the image.
okay.
It says when I hit
So if you
save.
so when you hit save, it isn't any too large. If you attach that page to the folder, it just doesn't load.
Wait, yeah, it's just like spinning now. Like it's already it's
Okay.
like
I was wondering
yeah.
if that would load. Because yeah, refresh, that loaded fine. Yeah, I wonder if it's something on the capacity of either the server or because it definitely seems like it's something that's localized because or what version are you running? That's another difference we'd have to eliminate.
I think our QA, like this is in QA, it's which like the one that was released like last week, like 9 point.
Oh, I see like 9.8. I think that's what it
Yeah,
is.
let me just double check. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm on 9.6. That could be. Decisions team, are any of you guys on 9.8?
9.6 here.
9.6? Okay.
7.
9.7.
9.7.
9.7. Yeah, it's 9.7.
Oh, you're on 9.7?
Yep.
Ooh. Robert,
That
are
was
you able
released
to?
on the 12th, yeah. That was
Yeah,
we
Robert.
imported on the 12th, yeah, sorry.
Okay, no worries. Robert, could you add an image to a page real quick? I'm just
Yeah,
curious if it's maybe a version specific thing.
I'm working
Do
on
you
it.
mind if? Sweet.
I can share my screen if you want.
Yeah, that'd be great. So we can
Yeah. Just close
see.
out some tabs. I've got some embarrassing amount of tabs open right now.
Oh no.
All good. All right. Here we go. Yep. I'm gonna take over.
Do it. You can just kill mine.
All right. All right. So let's do a quick page.
Like I also have it in like tab containers. I didn't know if that was an issue.
Oh, an image in tab container?
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's what, because like rather than having it on just like one thing, I've got like 4 tabs and
Do you happen to know what size the container, or you happen to know what size the kind of holder that the container's in? Like if you give me those numbers, I can just build it exactly how you'd like.
yeah, let me see.
Yeah, give me the
So
pixels and all that.
where would I see that size and tabs right at the bottom? So like my width is 200, height 400.
200 by 400.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I've got like the tabs, it's just like on one page and like the tabs are at the top and then just like 4 page, like I've got 4 tabs. So it's like one large
Yeah, I got you.
page.
So, in this type of region, or is it in?
I've just got in like a grid of 4 at the moment, just like 4. Um, so I'm not,
No, it's okay. Yeah, okay. See what you're saying. I guess it is, as long as the 200 and 400 are.
yeah.
And then you said you have a tab container in there?
Yep.
Interesting. Me too.
Make that the run flow button. Image button. Trying this here. Let's add this there.
What am I missing here? How do I actually provision this?
Oh, just it's a not the image viewer. It's a just find remove that. And then
Okay.
no. It's not the image control. Click X on your search bar. It's that run flow button, and then you just change that to
Oh.
image,
Oh, okay. Sorry, I must have missed the first little bit of
and then your image button, and then now you can add the image. That's the
that.
part, yeah. And then see if there's an issue.
All right. I know I've got a ton of images somewhere.
Now, do we know, Joey, if it happens with other images as well, or just that particular image?
No other ones because I've tried like that, then screenshots, because I've like slowly tried to reduce it down.
Okay,
Different, yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
So it is that screenshot for some reason, huh? Yeah. Image, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd wonder. Yeah, maybe it's something to find out if there's anything wrong with that image, if it works with other images, and I
Yeah. Oh,
think,
yeah. I've tried
yeah.
like different, yeah, a couple of different versions of it and different pictures just to see if it could get it to save. But yeah.
I'm going to test Gregory's theory here.
Gotcha. About the size?
About the size, yeah, the amount of characters in the title.
Oh, I guess I gotcha.
No, even that goes through.
Gotcha. Yeah.
It's only
Thanks.
once I hit save, so I don't. It's fine. Okay. Um.
Well, they aren't. Oh, there's a yeah there. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I will see if it's anything on.
Try converting it over to a PNG and see if you're having the same problems.
Okay, yeah, I'll
PNGs are a
try
little
that.
more efficient for web stuff.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I'll give that a go, and I'll talk to our
Sweet. Awesome.
team as well. Okay. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, my pleasure. And you got to say hi to Smitha for us. I don't know where she's at, but hi.
I think she's been out the last couple of days, yeah. I
Yeah.
think she's back now.
Awesome. Awesome. All righty. I think that's all the questions we got. I'm going to talk about, we got a couple of fun things happening. We have a virtual Submerse event. So basically it's a 4-day live virtual Submerse where you can attend those 4 days. We're going to go over basically product training. So if you attend that, and for all 4 days and you complete the project, it's basically like we're going to teach you decisions, we walk through the project, and at the end of those 4 days you'll have a project you can then take back and download. What that will do is for your product training certification you'll be considered completed, and what we will do is we will then in our LMS system set you up as completed so you can download your certificate. So what typically takes a week and a half if you're doing it asynchronous, if you had all the time in the world. If you attend this 4-day boot camp, we will walk through, teach you how to use decisions. You can ask questions in a similar format like this. And then at the end of those 4 days, you'll get your product training certificate. So there's still time to join. Go ahead and roll on the website. Oh, looks like we got a question about that. Oh, hey, Grant. Next week for the Submerged product training, I saw it was from 8 to 4 CST. Is that a come and go situation or will it last the full time? I know Barbara and I plan on coming, but may not be there for the entire time due to the other projects we're working on. Yeah, we'll be running for the entire day. So how the layout will most likely work is we'll probably talk about decisions. Once we get to certain sections, we may take like some 5-10 minute breaks, stretch our legs virtually. You can get your beverage of choice. We'll have an hour of lunch in the middle from 12 to 1 Eastern Standard. So that'll be I think 11 to 12 for you. So all that stuff we'll be talking about on what to expect on it on day 1 of that. But that's how it works. If you want to come and go, that's fine. Alrighty. Any other questions? If you feel inclined, wrong section. If you feel inclined, you can enroll in the online live bootcamp. You can register now by clicking on this link, and there you'll get access to. You can register. You can see all of our faces. We're all going to be there. Me, Robert, Gregory, I'm Jeremy. So we'll be able to answer questions and help you guys out. And so that's how it will last from Monday through the Thursday of next week. All right. Any other last minute questions before we close it for today? Alrighty, well, we'll go ahead and close it up so we can get this video uploaded to YouTube and the questions available online so people can view it. Thank you so much for attending. Let's see, next week, I don't think we're doing a lunch and learn, right? Correct, guys? Or are we still doing lunch and learns?
I'm not certain about that. I can check.
Gotcha. We'll follow up you guys. Basically, we'll be having the as I've already said, the Submerse event next week. So if we don't have lunch and learns next week, we'll let you guys know. If we still do, we'll also let you guys know on that regard. So but today is the last day this week for it. So have a great rest of your guys' weekend, and I'll see you guys next time.